of your love. Here we go. Sitting there, hold up, open up, just enjoy yourself like ice cream, whipped cream, it's a dream. Do you know, can you feel what I mean? Say, it feels so good. When we're laying on the floor, it feels so free.
All right, what's up? How are you? That's right, I'm locked and loaded, ready to go here on this Saturday, the 16th of September 2017. How are you? Oh man, waking up with good old Corso and Herb Street, listening to the old college game day. Oh man, football's back. Doing the old laundering over there. More laundering than Hill Dog. Oh my, everybody make it through the hurricane all right? I hope you did anyway. As you can tell, I did. Everything's fine here. No water ever came up. Nothing really too bad happened. We lost power for a couple of days, but I expected that. You know, I was ready for that. I had protein bars for days, you know, canned foods and various other. Of course, I was out there catching earthworms. I had my fishing rod. Zombie apocalypse, I could probably deal with it. But it smashed Tybee pretty good. Some people got flooded up and really messed up out there. So I'm probably going to go check on them a little bit later. As far as everyone in Florida that got hit directly, I know people whose houses have gotten flooded. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all keep on keeping on. I know it's going to be a while. I know it's not going to be the easiest situation for a while for a lot of people. So, like, you know, I'm not going to bitch about losing power for a couple of days because I know what some people are really going through, and I had it easy, to say the least. Some people are really messed up. And those people down in the Caribbean are, whew, there's people going to be in shelter from that one island. What is it, Barbuda? Or something, I don't know how to pronounce it. But they're going to be gone from that island for a long time. That island's completely demolished. I mean, when it was hitting those, it was at 185 winds. It was ripping buildings right off the foundation. So, yeah. You know, I feel like I had it pretty easy. I didn't go anywhere. And like I said, no floodwaters really advanced. There might have been a couple trees down, but nothing too serious. I think the tornado and then the stuff from Matthew has already ripped down most of the stuff that's going to fall. So I think everything that's still in the ground is pretty strong at this point. So I made it through good, and I'm going to go check on some people here in a little while. And that's pretty much my update from Irma. Oh man, it was nice when the evacuees were gone. I'm going to say that. The people that evacuated, why didn't y'all just stay gone? No, I love y'all. But goodness gracious, it was nice not to have anybody in town for a couple days. I went to work on Tuesday, so the day after the storm, I was at work. No power and everything, right? Cold shower, no power, you name it. And I was at work bright and early, man. And the commute was just so nice. I could just go. It was so beautiful. I could just, you know, whatever, easy. Going back. Oh, I made that turn out of the office so easy. There wasn't a 5 o'clock rush hour this way and a 5 o'clock rush hour that way. Nah, you just go, man. It's good. Turn when you want. You don't have to worry about everybody turning in front of you and all this other garbage. Now, I guess around Thursday I started to recognize it. You got two cars side by side right in front of you going 10 miles per hour under the speed limit, taking up both lanes. And you can't go around them, and there's a third car right up your ass. Just ready to have that wreck, baby. Ram it on in there. Frickin' gross. So it's back to normal, I guess. I had been saying for about a year, it's not even fun to drive around here anymore. Of course, ramming into people that stop in front of you is not the answer, so let's not do that anymore. Anyways, we're back to normal. I had said that I was going to do my NFL picks because I didn't give y'all the chat. I didn't give y'all the old NFL picks chat on Tuesday because I didn't have power. So let's go ahead and give y'all the old NFL picks here. And as I posted, I had picked Houston on Thursday, and I got that one right, which is good. So far, I'm 1 for 1. Let's go through the rest of it here. I have Arizona winning game 2. Oh man, I don't have the total. I don't have the pick sheet. Oh, I need to get the pick sheet open. Look at my dumb ass. Let's get the inbox in a new tab. Jeez, man. And here I was. I thought I was prepared. We do it live. We're teleprompter free over here. You know, Infowars.com. Let's see. Pick on this week 2 deadline is Wednesday at noon. Yeah. I did get them in by Wednesday, by the way. All right, here we go. Second one. Arizona and Indianapolis horseshoe up the ass Colts. I'm picking Arizona on that one. Go Arizona. My buddies out there in Arizona, family. Y'all kick ass. Next on the old docket. I'm flipping back and forth. Buffalo and Carolina. Buffalo and Carolina. I went with a little bit of an upset here. I'm going Buffalo on this one. Not only because I'm a Bills fan and they look decent in week 1, but also because you got to pick a couple of upsets if you're going to win the whole thing. So you got to get those right. So I'm going Buffalo. Next, Chicagoland with the Stanamayer, Chicago Stan, versus Tampa Bay. I'm going with Chicago on that one. Gun violence and all. They're going to bring it down to... I don't know if they're actually playing in Tampa or not. I don't know what their situation is. Maybe they switched that to Chicago or postponed it. I don't know. But I'm going to pick... If it goes down that way, regardless, I'm picking Chicago. Next, they got Baltimore. Speaking of a gun violence crowd, they're in Baltimore, and old Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns are visiting. No, Cleveland just sucks. I'm picking Baltimore. Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Schittsburg. I got Pittsburgh there on that one. I don't know really why I did that. Just they're tough. They're a tough team. Minnesota might be making a comeback, but I haven't really watched them, so I have no idea about either team. I'm just making a guess. New Jingle Land. They lost last week. I picked them to win too. New Jingle Land. What happened there, Brady? Oh goodness. They got New Orleans. Supposedly in New Orleans this week, and I'm gonna go with New England for the bounce back. I don't see them staying down. They're a good team. I'm going with New England. Philadelphia and Kansas City, the people that beat New England, right? I actually, I'm pretty sure I took Kansas. I did take Kansas City in that one. And then, let's see, Tennessee and Jackoffville. I got Jackoffville over Tennessee. The Jaguars trying to steal all the Falcons fans over Tennessee. Miami and LA Chargers. LA Chargers, yeah, right. San Diego. I've had so much fun when they were in San Diego because that was German for a whale's vagina. I'm taking Miami over the LA Chargers, whatever you want to call it. Then we got Chokeland and the New York Jets. Jesus, the Jets. What a plane crash. I'm going to take Chokeland to win that one. Then we got Dallas and Denver, the Broncos. I'm going to take Dallas to be an ass in that one and win. And then there's Seattle Seahawks. They're going to play San Francisco. The 49ers. Give me some of that gold. Give me some of that gold. You got any more of that electricity over there? I'm going to take Seattle, the Seattle Seahawks, to win that one. Washington and LA, the Rams. We're now the Rams. We're LA. We moved. Okay, we moved. We're LA. I'm taking the Rams. Okay, taking the Rams. And now we got Atlanta versus Green Bay. That's going to be a slobber knocker right there. You got Aaron Rodgers, AA Ron. I told you, AA Ron. I'm going to take Atlanta in that one. And then, the Monday night. The Monday, I got Detroit. What? And the New York Giants. I'm going to take Detroit in that one with a total of 56 points. Detroit, what? So that's my NFL picks for this week. Sorry I didn't get those to you a little sooner in case you wanted to make some odds and some bets there. I don't know what if y'all bet or what y'all do on it. But I make some picks. I don't know what the odds are. I'm just guessing. I have fun with it, obviously. I'm watching Pittsburgh get ripped by Oklahoma State right now. I think we have Duke next. Our game got canceled against UCF this week for Big Pickle Rick. I don't know. I don't do Rick and Morty really. The hurricane. You saw the path, how it just looked like there was a big red zoom right there in Florida. You know what I'm saying. It was ugly. Fugly. Alright. Do we get into some politics? Is it time to rip the pederasses yet? Is it time to rip these Satan-worshipping, devil pederass bastards? I say let's do it. Let's rip them up. Here we go. Sally Quinn. Alright. She's the widow of Ben Bradlee, Washington Post executive editor from 1968 to 1991, the Washington Compost, right? And vice president until 2014, and he passed away. And now the widow here, the wife of this guy, says that she used black magic and hexes to kill people. To kill people. Let me use some of that black magic to kill people. Wait a second, really? Really there, Sally Quinn? You over there black magic and killing people? Having your satanic rituals? Alright. Alright, hey, she said it, not me. So here we are. It's all coming out right there in the open. I'm calling these people Satanists and pederasses, and here they are. Here they come. You got the Seasshole mayor resigns after his 5th child sex allegation. So 5th child sex allegation. So he's been accused at least 5 times of some kind of pederast behavior. And apparently that's like, in the last 8 months, there's been like 16 mayors of various towns throughout the country just resigning because of pederast stuff. I'm telling you, we got to shine the light on these people. I'm done. Pelosi still can't put a sentence together. I'm garbling up this guy's name multiple times over and over. That's Pelosi when she talks. She might be a little bit more low than that. Maybe she's a tranny. Who knows? Who knows these days? You just can't figure it out. You have another Vatican high-ranking diplomat recalled from D.C. to face child pornography charges. There you go. You got the Pope, the Vatican, all these corrupt bastards. These are the people that are running the country? Are we serious right now? Pederass McGee? No, they're the puppets that they put in charge because they're compromised. And they know that these people will dance because they're compromised. And if they don't dance, then guess what? It all comes out. Well, guess what? We're aware that they have handlers. And we're aware that the handlers are doing this on purpose. And we're tired of it. So, let's continue with one more little occult, crazy-ass ritual thing. Everyone talking about this Taylor Swift song. Okay? And I saw a few things on it. I listened to it once. I saw a few things on it on Facebook or whatever posts that people want to make. Here's the deal. You guys just listened to the song, but you didn't look deeper into the occult, crazy meaning behind all of it. I went to VigilantCitizen.com just this past week, there happens to be a full-on article about it. I'm going to read that to you in just a second. Let me get the laundering continued. I'm sorry. Hold up, guys. I got to do it. Second rinse, go. All right. Second rinse. I need an extension. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. Try to keep it entertaining as possible. Here we go. VigilantCitizen.com article on Taylor Swift's song. And if you saw it or you heard it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Look, the sinister meaning of Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do." I'm going to read this whole thing because it's fascinating and it makes complete sense to me once you see it. Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do" is said to be about her poking fun at her foes and herself. However, the symbolism of the video directly refers to the sinister side of the entertainment industry and its obsession with mind control. That's right, MK. Taylor Swift is not new to the game. Back in 2009 in the article, The 2009 VMAs, The Occult Mega Ritual, I explained how Swift was part of a televised ritual. It was Taylor Swift's initiation into the entertainment industry. After she was humiliated by Kanye West during an acceptance speech, Swift re-emerged, dressed in red, as the new and consecrated artist. This is when Swift's work began to be tainted with the codes and symbolism of the occult elite. I think Kanye kind of knows what's going on. They put him in a damn mental institution for talking about it too. So, 8 years later, at the 2017 VMAs, Taylor Swift premiered her new video, "Look What You Made Me Do," known as LWYMMD on Twitter. I guess people like to do things like that. I don't know, whatever. I don't tweet or twats or whatever these twats do. The message of the video couldn't be clearer. She is now a full-fledged industry slave. What does it mean? Well, most mass media sources who will attempt to decode this video will point out the diss is directed at Kanye, Kim Kardashian, Katy Perry, and her ex-boyfriend Calvin Harris. However, by doing so, they ignore about 90% of the imagery of the video. There's something else going on. Yeah, you don't ever trust what the pundits tell you. Of course, you look deeper, right? To those in the know, the video can almost be read as MK Symbolism 101. Indeed, the video taps into all of the imagery and concepts that have been discussed on this site for years. Those who rule the entertainment industry need to have this monarch culture constantly at the forefront of popular culture. Okay? Now it's Taylor Swift's turn to bring it in full force with a video that's breaking records of YouTube and Spotify. Yeah, she's breaking records. Now she's initiated. She's the goddess. Look What You Made Me Do is indeed a blatantly obvious Monarch manifesto. You can look up Monarch programming and MK Ultra on the site VigilantCitizen.com as well. The main goal of Monarch is to program slaves to have multiple personas that can be triggered at will. Beta programming, aka sex kitten programming, is used to create sex slaves to be trafficked in the shady elite underworld. Newsflash, the entertainment industry is full of beta kittens. Newsflash, the elite brags about this in the mass media using the likes of Taylor Swift. They made her do it. To understand the true mind state of this video, one doesn't need to look much further than the title, Look What You Made Me Do. Industry handlers own Taylor Swift, and they made her do whatever is needed to push their agenda. The video symbolically describes what happened to stars who get caught up in higher levels of occult entertainment industry. Although they are insanely successful, they also become slaves to the industry, right? They don't have a real life. They have no life of their own. Their sound, image, and even their personality are shaped at will by those behind the scenes. The video doesn't only portray Swift as a slave of the industry. Swift, I tried to put those two words together, didn't I? Doesn't only portray Swift as a slave of the industry, it also announces that she has paradoxically ascended to the status of Grand Priestess. Sounds ridiculous? Maybe it would be ridiculous if the video wasn't so blatant about it. So let's go into the video. The video. Mass media has been hard at work decoding the video. However, most critics completely miss the main underlying thread of the video. Don't listen to the pundits. The video is good fun, if a little mad. It's certainly the most brazen and ambitious pop music video since Beyonce dropped Lemonade in the spring of last year. The Guardian. The video is not a succession of disconnected images, okay? It is actually very linear and coherent. However, in order to understand the narrative at hand, one needs to know a thing or two about Monarch programming. The video begins with a zombie Taylor Swift rising from the dead. Oh, okay. Zombie Swift rises from the grave and starts singing about someone she doesn't really like. I don't like your little games. I don't like your tilted stage. The role you made me play of the fool. No, I don't like you. I don't like your perfect crime. How you laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine. The first verse is to allude to Kanye West or Katy Perry because they both performed on tilted stages. However, when one considers the context of the video, she can also be singing to her handlers, who play little games to program her, who push her into the roles they make her play. We then see Zombie Taylor burying the old Taylor. The old Taylor Swift is dead and being buried by a new Taylor Swift. This is classic Monarch imagery representing the creation of a new persona. The image of Swift's corpse is juxtaposed with the new persona laying in diamonds. Taylor is bathing in diamonds and jewelry next to a $1 bill. In MK programming, diamonds are used to identify sex kitten slaves who are elevated to a higher level and become presidential models. For bona fides and recognition signals, the Monarch slaves wear diamonds to signify they are presidential models, rubies to signify their Oz programming for prostitution, and emeralds to signify their programming to do drug business. Fritz Springmeier, the Illuminati symbolism to create mind control slaves. That's a quote. In the next scene, Taylor is crowned a high priestess of the industry. Yeah, after burying her old self, right? And zombie burying her old self and rising, and then coming out of these diamonds. How? By recreating the High Priestess tarot card. You see a picture there? Oh, that way. Gotta forget I'm kind of mirror imaged on this thing. Right. There it is, High Priestess tarot card. Swift sits between two pillars as snakes creep up the stairs. Alright. Here's your tarot card. Right? There it is. The High Priestess tarot card depicts a woman between the two Masonic pillars, Jachin and Boaz. In the previous articles, I've stated that Madonna was considered a high priestess of the industry. It appears that Taylor Swift has now achieved this status as well. But why is this grand priestess surrounded with snakes? Snakes everywhere. Do the snakes represent Swift owning up to her being called a snake by Kim Kardashian on social media? On one level, yes. However, considering the occult context of the scene, snakes also represent a deeper concept. Indeed, in mystery schools, the serpent is associated with Lucifer, the light bringer, the so-called savior, who brought knowledge to Adam and Eve by convincing them to bite the proverbial apple. She's a grand priestess in the occult elite's system. They've chosen their side. It's not the side of God. Alright? On each pillar is inscribed E tu Brute, a Latin phrase meaning, and you Brutus? These words were made famous in William Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar, said by Caesar as he was being stabbed to death by his friend and protege, Brutus. What does that mean in Taylor Swift's context? Is she the Julius Caesar of the industry who keeps being stabbed by lower individuals? Whatever. Because in the next scene, we understand that despite being a high priestess and akin to Julius Caesar, she is still subjected to the will of her handlers. As Swift repeats the song's mantra, look what you made me do, she crashes her car. She looks stylish when she's crashing the car. Yeah, she's got on like sunglasses, she's dressed all nice, whatever. Why is Taylor Swift singing Look What You Made Me Do as she crashes her car? Who made her do this? As Swift gets out of the car, things are symbolically clear. Keep going. Taylor is dressed in feline print coat. The occult elite's a way of identifying beta kittens. To make things more obvious, there's a big kitty next to her, and she's holding her Grammy trophy, reminding us of the true cost of being under that sweet limelight. Oh, it's so sweet, isn't it? When Swift sings "Look What You Made Me Do," she's actually singing to the industry that owns her. It controls her rise to success and her downfalls, pushing her to self-destruction and even death if needed. The next scene clearly depicts what being an elite star truly means. And there she is in the birdcage. Right? The next scene. She's in a cage. Of course she is. With her handlers standing around. Okay? Y'all get it now? All these pop stars, all these actors. Hollywood, Babylon. Swift sits on a swing inside a birdcage. Humans stuck in birdcages is a recurrent symbol to identify MK slaves in pop culture. This specific symbol has been identified several times on Vigilant Citizen. While in the cage, Swift sings, "I don't like your kingdom keys. They once belonged to me." That is blatant MK Ultra vocabulary. Handlers in MK programming obtain the keys of the kingdom of a slave by taking control of their core persona, their true self. And they admit themselves that they are the ones with the keys. They're the gatekeepers. They're the ones you have to go through, right? You have to kiss the ring. You have to be a slave in order to even have anything. It's admitted. It's fact. Although she is drinking champagne and eating lobster, representing the lavish life, Taylor is stuck behind bars as a bunch of guards watch her every move. She's not free. The next scenes depict Swift as a beta kitten who leads a bunch of other kittens. Here, Swift wears a kitty mask while wearing a Gucci shirt that features a feline head. You see this stuff? There she is in the cage. Good dinner and everything, but not so cool. Right? There she is as a kitten. Let's keep going here with my storybook. This whole breakdown of this song. Blind for love. MK slaves are indeed blind to their situation and those who control them. Swift and her followers stream money from a streaming company. Is that what actually happened? In another scene, Swift is the head of an army of girl bots. Girl bots. Yeah, right? Swift speaks to a crowd of young girls as hypnotic kitties flash on the screens. Yeah, she's making everyone else become the same thing, or at least droning them to a degree. Like, you know, they're just drones at that point, where they just do whatever. They don't even know it. According to the mass media, this scene pokes fun at Swift's squad of models she likes to hang out with. Nah, might be correct on one level. However, the imagery goes much deeper than that. The girls in the crowd are plastic, lifeless bots, future beta kittens, possibly. As a high priestess, Swift has power and influence over the next generation of industry bots. Here, the bots are on the floor, lifeless and dismembered. Once again, this classic way of depicting MK slaves who are fractured and powerless. Although Swift lays over them in a position of power, she wears a huge choker or collar, reminding us that she too remains a beta slave. Squad goals, right? Squad goals right there. Please. The old Taylor is dead. The end of the video depicts the death of the old Taylor and the birth of yet another persona. Dressed in black, the new Taylor stands above her previous personalities. Gross. Okay? And as she sings, "Look What You Made Me Do," she dances feverishly. Yes, they make her dance like that. And yes, they make her do that subtle one-eye sign. There's a story behind I Heart TS shirts worn by the dancers. That's some gossipy crap I don't give a crap about. Okay, I got it. The next scene is another Monarch symbolism classic. Swift walks away from an exploding car while wearing the beta kitten uniform. This scene is yet another Monarch industry cliche. Need an example? Okay. Let's talk about the scene from Iggy Azalea's video, Change Your Life. Iggy Azalea walks away from a burning car as she is wearing a top featuring a big all-seeing eye, symbol of industry slave. The strip club is called Cheetahs, a reference to Beta Kitten programming. Alright. I don't know if that's on the camera right or not, but there you go. Then Taylor says, "I'm sorry, the old Taylor can't come to the can't come to the phone right now." Why? Oh, because she's dead. The video ends with Taylor Swift's multiple personalities arguing with each other. Over the years, with every album, Swift has switched styles and personalities. In this scene, they all argue with each other, highlighting how they are different and artificially created. At one point, the zombie tells the starry-eyed, constantly surprised Swift of the early days, "Stop acting you're all nice. You're so fake." That's the point of it all. Everything is fake. She constantly gets reshaped and remolded to fit her handler's will. Which one is the real Swift? Who knows? Oh, her handlers know. On a more visceral level, Look What You Made Me Do is about death, pride, greed, revenge, viciousness, hatred, mockery, power, control, exploitation, and a boatload of egoism. It is about negativity, destruction, and low vibrations. In short, it is a typical product of today's toxic popular culture. In conclusion, some might say, "You're reaching, bro. It's about Taylor Swift dissing Kanye, Kim, Katie. That's it. I read it on E." Think about it. Kanye completely broke down last year and was forcibly sent to a hospital. He reportedly suffered memory loss. I talked about that before I started. I didn't even know that was at the end of this thing. I read most of it. And still has not resurfaced. The entire Kardashian-Jenner family has been for years all about Beta Kitten programming. Katy Perry has been a tool of the elite for years. In short, we are witnessing puppets insulting other puppets. Behind the scenes, the puppet masters are the same. There's no actual beef. Just ridiculous, fabricated drama from people living in some toxic cloud. Like everything else in history, the truth about Look What You Made Me Do lies in the symbolism. Through strong imagery, the video depicts Taylor Swift ascending ranks inside sinister systems bent on control and exploitation. Stars like Swift are at the mercy of the people that control them, and when they are ordered to do something, whether it is constructive or self-destructive, they do it or they break down. And when they do it, all they can say is, "Look what you made me do." Powerful article from Vigilant Citizen. I had to print it out because it has some pop-ups and crap, and I didn't feel like dealing with that. And I hate that that site has those pop-ups because it's such a good site and it's so informative. But look what you made me do. Right there. And that's why I think people oppose people who are free and people who speak out like I do. It's like, "Oh God, you got to be careful, man. You can't do that kind of stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm chatting. I'm just telling you the truth, buddy. What you want. So that's a little bit more of the occult and the elite culture. I guess I'll talk about Ted Cruz's tweeting the hardcore porn scene. Regular straight porn, and it wasn't Ted Cruz himself. It was one of his staffers who I'm sure has been talked to at this point, and they took it down. But apparently Ted Cruz's account favorited some kind of hardcore porn tweet, and that had to get quickly deleted, and that made some big news. Whatever. It didn't really make too much news to me. I was just like, that's kind of funny. You needed a good laugh. Old Ted Cruz there. North Korea. Let's go into some other stuff that's outside the occult, man. Let's go into some real stuff. North Korea has shot another missile over Japan, another ICBM over Japan. Again, I said it before. Let's imagine it one more time. You're sitting here out the pool. You're just chilling. See an ICBM flying across the sky. Really? That doesn't happen in the United States, does it? Does it? It doesn't yet. I mean, somebody needs to get old Kim under control over there. He's firing off missiles left and right. He's shooting them over Japan. He's saying he's trying to get where he can hit Guam. This one went farther than the last one. The guy's a nut. I couldn't imagine a missile flying overhead. I couldn't imagine just standing there and there goes, boom. Like, no. How about no? Stop it, you crazy ass. It's gross. But in the meantime, the feds collect $2,966,172,000,000 in taxes, still run a $673 billion deficit, so almost $3 trillion in taxes, still huge deficit. Unbelievable. You need another $1 trillion. $100 gazillion. What do you need from us? Cut the taxes. You're killing the golden goose over here, and you're spending it on crap. You're spending it on crap. Completely misappropriated. I'm so sick of this garbage. If they'd let us actually live our lives and enjoy ourselves a little bit, I think we'd be a lot more prosperous as a nation. Just going to put that out there. Whew. Hill Dog. Oh man, this goes back into the occult, doesn't it? Well, whatever. She says in her book, and I quote, her book, What Happened? What happens? Oh God, I don't know. You didn't show up, you lost, we hate you. Alright, I was tempted to make voodoo dolls of certain members of the press and Congress and stick them full of pins. Whoa! Hill Dog, you're going off the meter here with your voodoo and your rituals and your satanic. Are you going to Pederass's, what's it called? Spirit cooking? You doing some of that? You nut? These people are crazy. They're crazy. You got people shooting missiles over Japan. You got people doing voodoo rituals and satanic mass and pederasses all over the place. That's all I've seen. It's insane. At least Ted Cruz's porn was like regular straight porn. You know, grown people, adults, consenting adults, whatever. Oh boy. Let's go into some more out there stuff. Stan Dio was on Wednesday's Alex Jones show. He had an interview. He claimed that the Garden of Eden, where God breathed life into Adam, was in Ngorongoro. No, Ngorongoro. Ngorongoro. There you go. Ngorongoro? Ngorongoro. Ngorongoro crater in Tanzania. I don't know if that's true or not. I took a look around the crater on old Google Earth there and went to some places where there were pictures. I didn't see too much. There was some villages and such. That's what it looked like to me, kind of like a little market village, like a circle of huts on one side. But I couldn't really see too much as far as, you know, I wasn't walking around there, let's put it that way. There wasn't pictures of full-on trails. But that's very interesting if that's the case. I don't know if that is the case, but I just found it interesting what he was saying. And I would like for him to go more into that if he would ever get back on the show again. That'd be pretty cool to hear what he has to say about the Garden of Eden. Because I've also heard that it's at the Tigris and Euphrates in Mesopotamia, and that it started there. So I've heard various stories about this. I tend to side towards the Mesopotamia scenario and Sumeria. I tend to think that's where some of that stuff went down. But interesting, you know, a crater in Tanzania, Ngorongoro. I can't say that word. It goes Ngorongoro. 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 He says it fast too. I can't say it that fast. Anyway, the Gorons, right? The Legend of Zelda. Is it the Gorons near the crater? Hey, could be. Go to Goron City and talk to those that are eating rocks. Goodness gracious. And the Cassini. You got to talk about the Cassini crashing into Saturn, man. can't sign off here without talking about Cassini. Its long mission and its orbits around Saturn. Is there a reason they sent it to Saturn? Oh, you bet. David Icke, or Icke, or however you want to pronounce his name, he says that Saturn's actually sending out a message. Those rings are actually waves. I don't know if that's true or not. I think they could just be rocks and ice. I don't know though. The hexagon-shaped storm, all of that stuff, Cassini got good pictures of it. Proves that it's still there. It's still going. Whether or not Saturn is related to devil worship and sending signals to our elites or anything like that, I'm not sure about any of that. But I find it very interesting that they sent it on the track they did and spent a lot of time going around Saturn and crashed it into Saturn. Well, it didn't crash it. It disintegrated in the atmosphere. Saturn's atmosphere is too difficult for it to take, so it kind of just burned up in the atmosphere. It's nothing now. So very cool mission though, very informative, and I'm glad it was sent. To what purpose, I'm not sure, but I'm glad that I got some knowledge from it, and hopefully more things come out about the things that they wrote. Maybe somebody picks it up and reports on it, because I'd like to know if it found even more crazy stuff. I've looked through a lot of the photos that it sent back. It was pretty cool. All the moons of Saturn, the flybys of the other planets too. All of it. It was awesome. So loved that Cassini mission. I'm going to get on to some college football and possibly visit some people on Tybee here in a little bit, see what they're doing, see if they're all right, what's going on over there. And I'll chat with you next time. I'm going to go ahead and play all out. What do y'all want to play out? We reload? We don't retreat, we reload. Let's play that one. I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Oh, don't want my TV in there. It's probably been in there the whole time. I haven't been able to look at the screen too much. Ready? Here we go, y'all.
Don't take my comments for weakness. Oh no. Don't take my silence for ignorance. Oh no. So if you're stepping over line, stopping on my way in line, there's two things you need to know. We don't retreat, we reload.
Always into giving a helping hand, but never take a hand out. Shaking hands, a solid deal. That's what we're still about. You sweat on